The last GTR giveaway is coming back. I've just got to go tell Jimbo he's got to get it because something has gone horribly wrong.
If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma.
All right, before we get into the video, I need to tell you that this is the final week to get in on the Japan trip. Now, this is open to Australia and New Zealand, and one of you will be coming with me to Japan for the ultimate life-changing experience. So we've just slashed the cap to 800 people to get in on this draw. So what are you waiting for? Head to the website, keepreet.com, and we'll be drawing it on Monday. So get on it.
Alrighty gang, we are down in the factory today. We've had two things go wrong recently. Jason just took out the R34 to drift school to do some testing. He only got one lap done on the day, and the R34 is blowing an astronomical amount of oil out of the exhaust. So we're not sure what's going on there. That is one issue, that is 134. Now, we just gave away a beautiful, immaculate R34 GTR to James. He came and picked up the car, which you would have seen in some of our content. On his way home, he had a bit of a disaster.
Flashback.
All right, guys, I'm just down here picking up the last GTR that we gave away. The water pump seems to have seized. Here is James.
Hey guys.
A little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, it was pretty solid up until like the last 10 minutes of the trip. And I don't know what happened. And
Yep.
it just let go.
But as you can see, there's been a failure and the snout has completely come off the water pump. We'll load it up on the truck and yeah, get it all fixed for him.
End of flashback.
All right, guys, so I picked the car up from James. We've got it back in the Can Gang factory. I've had a little squeeze. James has pulled a few things off just to sort of figure out what went wrong. Anyway, what's happened, what we found, Josh, is something I've never seen before, but the water pump snout has snapped off. It looks like a fairly new water pump. I'm guessing it's a non-genuine water pump. Or casting, I don't know.
We didn't have any signs of this car having any problems before it left us, but just as a goodwill gesture, we want James to have won his dream car and we want him to enjoy it. So brought it back to the factory and it's going to get a few upgrades. So what do we got, Jimbo?
All right, over here, I've ordered some parts from JustJat. Actually went to Nissan, and Nissan, it's hard to find genuine parts for these cars anymore. I mean, they're getting old. What have we got here, Josh? We got a brand new fan shroud, as the old fan obviously yeeted off and broke some
a few
stuff.
fins.
We lost a radiator, water pump failed. So, of course, Ben Jenkins has sent us over a beautiful Phoenix radiator straight from NZ. So, James, bit of spicy kit for you right there.
Big ups to Phoenix and
Absolutely.
Benny Jenkins, always looking after the gang.
We've also got a new water pump, genuine. New timing belt. There was nothing wrong with the old timing belt, but it's off. Let's do it. Some new idler and tensioner pulleys for the timing belt. And of course, a new genuine fan.
So it's obviously done a fair bit of damage. Obviously such a small thing, you know, the water pump snout coming off has just caused absolute havoc. The pulley on there has obviously just yeeted it into everything. As you can see, she's well and truly gone. So if you've ever had this happen, drop a comment down below because we'd be interested to see what you guys think of what's gone wrong here. Obviously a pretty high spec car. Yeah, we'll get it all fixed up for James and get it back on the road. Now, the 34 drift car, the Reet Fleet 34. She's blowing some smoke.
Let's have a look, eh? I think the turbo's done an oil seal. So
she's, when Jason was coming around the run the wall layout, I was watching him. He was drifting the layout, he stopped drifting and there was still just as much smoke coming out of the rear of the car.
Probably more, let's be honest. I could see it from 300 meters away.
Oi. Alright, so we've got a wheel that looks like it's lost its nut. If you look on the racetrack, I reckon the rear wheel might have yeeted out the exhaust.
Yeah, I think it might be still at full to park, to be honest.
We might try and find that nut. Hopefully it hasn't sucked through the to the intercooler. But again, this is a bit of a strange one. We've got double R34s in the factory that both need fixing. They've both got very odd problems, both uncommon problems. So tell us your thoughts. Have you ever had this happen to you before, where it's snapped the water pump snout off and done some astronomical damage? Or have you had the front wheel nut snap the shaft and then cause some astronomical damage again?
Or did the rear pop off first and then We don't know.
We know Jason loves his pops and bangs. Maybe the pops and bangs finally shot a wheel out the back of the turbo. Hypergear turbo is usually pretty good. Jason's been using them for a long time. Yeah, we might be able to test the turbo, smart turbo, before it goes on the wagon, give it a run for its money. So yeah, drop a comment below and tell us if you've ever had either of these problems, because they're very odd, and we'd be curious to see what you guys think.
There's nothing like a brand new SP Tools tool. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start ripping this water pump off. Okay, the water pump is off. Any sealing surfaces, it's always good to give them the best cleanup you can possibly do with a razor blade, a bit of brake cleaner and a rag. Okay, now it's time to obviously use some sealant on the water pump. I'm using 3-Bond. You don't want to go crazy with it because you don't need sealant just seeping out everywhere, and that should just about do it. Okay, I'm gonna throw this on. The next thing that we have to do is install the timing belt. Now I've already pre-timed this motor, so as you can see here, this is off a little bit. I'll have to move this cam. So this dot here will line up with a line here on the backing plate. Same with this side here. You see down here, it's a bit tricky, but there is a dot on that gear there, and there's a cutout right there on the oil pump housing. That is top dead center. Okay, so this engine is pretty much timed. There's probably it's probably nearly a tooth out there. That's easy fixed. All right, so now I can push the belt into position. This mark is lined up with that line, and same with this side here. And then if I grab a mirror, you can see we are lined up down the bottom. And I will now loosen off that nut, and then you can tension your belt. You should be able to basically wiggle your belt around a bit.
3 hours later.
So the 34 GTR is all ready to go back to James. We're gonna get him out to pick it up soon so he can drive it home. Okay, now this is all done. I'm gonna start ripping this turbo off and see what kind of damage we've got. Because the wheel did completely let go, I'm gonna have to pull pretty much everything off, all the piping. I'm gonna have to clean everything, make sure there's no debris in there. And I'm also going to, just for peace of mind, probably comp test the motor, make sure there's no issues there. All right, so I've undone all the lines, V-band's off. Okay, uh-oh, first thing I see is there is no rear wheel. Probably a good idea to get this wideband sensor out, because chances are, which it is feeling pretty average, that it's probably been taken out by the rear wheel. All right, I got it out. My suspicions were confirmed. Yeah, the wheel's done a number on this wideband sensor, so that's kaput. All right, so there's a lot of oil leaking out of this exhaust. I'm just gonna, whoop. There's the rear wheel from the turbo. Oh well, it is not at Calder Park. It was in the rear section of the exhaust. All right, we'll keep assessing what damage there is. I think we might have found the end of the damage.
1 nap later.
G'day, mate. Hey. James is coming back down to recollect.
Yep.
Come over, look. I haven't actually seen how Jimbo's done, so hopefully there's still a motor in there.
Well, we were.
Less broken things. True.
Yeah.
Fresh Phoenix rad, so shout out to Ben. Phoenix getting that, and the rest we got from Just Jap. So got genuine water pump and yeah, fresh timing belt. What else, Jimbo? You've kind of gone over.
Timing belt kit. So we got new idler, new tensioner, new fan.
Yeah. All fresh.
Yeah, fresh.
Sunny.
Genuine water pump this time.
So it never happens again.
Yeah,
the old one, I'm sure you've seen it in the video, but I've never seen that before. Water pump snap like that, which is crazy. Like you'd think it'd happen on a drift kart rather than a street GTR, but enjoy it like you should enjoy it.
Yeah, fully. I'm probably going to register it this way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
There you go, man. Thank you.
Again, thanks, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Hopefully this is a better experience now.
Yeah. No, it was great the first
I couldn't have that happen.
No.
Didn't feel right, so get her out of here.
Enjoy it.
Go enjoy it. Thanks, bro. I'm glad we could sort that out for James. Jimbo number 2. And thanks for getting her done, Jim Boss.
All right, mate.
And thanks, Phoenix, for helping us out with that as well. We couldn't have the last GTR end like that. So, yeah, stoked on that. If you want to support, the Japan trip is ending this weekend. We're still working on this downsize, so yeah, we're struggling to sell this factory. So any support you can give us would be amazing. And yeah, like the video, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.